personal virtues I possess: civic virtue, empathy, and community awareness. Every Friday, I take my students off campus for a community experience where they learn to interact appropriately in different social settings. One of our favorite activities is participating in Meals on Wheels, where my students deliver to 10 elderly community members. These experiences help them to understand kindness by giving back and being an active member of the community. By going off campus during these structured community learning time, it helps to create an inclusive environment by teaching empathy and understanding of all backgrounds and abilities. This teaches them that everyone is important and everyone can communicate and contribute and are of value to the community. Moral virtue, integrity, and respect. This means doing what is right even if no one is watching. It is important as teachers to treat my students with respect and to be consistent. Treat others the way that they want to be treated. One more virtue I show in my classroom is respect. It helps to create an inclusive classroom. I have a calming corner where the students can take a break when they feel overwhelmed. They give me their break card and they take time to sit on the beanbag or the pillows I have provided for them. This helps the students to feel safe and respected. It teaches them that it is okay to take a break when they need it. It supports inclusion by supporting each student's emotional and compassion needs and their understanding of needing to take a break. Performance virtue, perseverance. Working in the special education field as a teacher requires me to have tons of patience. Most of my students need multiple strategies to achieve their daily living goals. How I use this in my classroom is through PEC card earning systems. This allows them to work hard on the task at hand, knowing that there is a tangible reward at the end. The reward could be spending time with a preferred student or listening to a favorite song. It takes time for them to achieve some of their goals, but with many high fives, and you can do this throughout the day. This is one way that I encourage them to keep going. Intellectual virtue, curiosity, and reflection. I always want to be a lifelong learner. Attend team meetings and PLC groups, which are professional learning communities that we have in our school, where we as teachers come together to reflect on what's going well in our classroom and share experiences and materials that work well for the 611 classroom that I work in. How it helps inclusion is we as teachers are able to seek new tools and reflect on working well and give each child the individual support they need to excel in the classroom. What virtues are most critical in the role of an educator are moral and performance. Moral virtues such as compassion, integrity, and respect guide how I treat students and how I teach them to respect their fellow classmates and teachers and value one's differences. Performance virtue is important to me because as a young student, I struggled in school. I struggled with confidence. I want to model as a teacher the I can do attitude and show and teach my students that they can do hard things. That the way that they get to the finish line might be different, but as long as they get there, it's okay. How these virtues align with the virtues and the concepts of the Imago Dei. The concept means all people are created in the image of God, and we all have worth. My moral and performance virtues align with these beliefs because they guide me in the classroom on how I treat and give support to my students. With moral virtue like compassion, respect, and integrity, I recognize that God-given value is in each one of my students, and I teach them to do the same for others. In the article, Integrate, it is not an option. Gratitude as Imago Dei, it talks about Jesus and his disciples and how we should love your neighbor as yourself. With the performance virtue, I teach the students to have confidence and perseverance. I help them see their own worth, use the strengths they do have to grow and overcome the challenges that might come their way. Both virtues create a classroom where students feel valued and respected, and they can be successful. My idea of character formation falls in the line of Origen of Alexandria and Augustine the bishop, who share the idea that love is a crucial piece of the relationship between student and teacher. I believe the bond is the foundation of character formation. When students feel cared for in the classroom, they are more open to learning and developing virtues like respect, integrity, compassion for themselves and others. Love and the connection we build with our students creates a trust that helps them grow academically and professionally and personally. The first strategies I will use to foster character formation in the classroom is teaching respect. In the morning meeting, we will read the poster that hangs in the classroom that states to be safe, respectful, and responsible to ourselves and others in the classroom. Throughout the day, I will give verbal praise to students who are being safe, respectful, and responsible. This builds moral virtues. When I show the class kindness, they learn how to be that way towards others. The second strategies I will use is community-based learning and service projects. I will create community connection that teaches students the responsibility, the cooperation when working with others, and it teaches them gratitude. When we return from our community awareness trips, where we delivered Meals on Wheels, I will have the students reflect on what they have learned, telling them that their help makes them a valued member of the community. I am actively involved in some other outside community support groups where I lead meetings and teach one another how to love themselves so they can then go to their jobs or their home and share the love they now have with others. It is not a traditional educational setting, but we talk about the virtues we want as a person so we can go and be of service to others. Thank you for watching my video.